you believe in March that this makes them the prohibitive favorites for the Super Bowl?
I don't know if they win the division.
Oh.
Who?
Broncos.
Broncos. Talking about the Broncos, right?
Yeah, we're talking about the Broncos.
Coach just made an
They
outrageous
might not even
statement.
win the division.
Okay.
Did you see what the Chiefs have done?
Going
into last year.
What did they do?
Talk about
What
it.
did they
They
do?
did the same thing the
Talk about
Broncos
it.
did. They collected about 10 players. First of all, they got themselves a quarterback.
Really?
That won't turn the ball over. Okay. That's kind of good. They re-signed Dwayne Bowe. I think that's kind of good.
All right.
So they've done some things to help their football team, too, now. So let's don't get too hasty here. We talk about these guys being the favorite to win the AFC Championship and all that, the Denver Broncos. Wait, ho. Remember, going into this season, some people picked the Chiefs to win the division last year.
Were you some people?
No, I'm just saying.
Were you in that group?
I'm just asking the question.
Okay.
We heard that story, right?
Sure.
Okay. So I know they got Wes Walker. That's going to help them. I get all that. But for us to sit here and say they're going to win the favorite, I don't know about the favorite.
Yeah.
Did you leave some of your heart in Kansas City?
No. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, you made the point. It's too early.
It's March.
It's too early.
It's March.
I'm not saying that, and we're not going to go that far. I mean, you're just prognosticating, looking ahead.
Wait a minute. They scored. Let me ask you.
But hold on. Let me address your point. Because I understand and appreciate the fact that Alex Smith completed 70% of his passes before he got hurt. I also remember the fact that we didn't even recognize him as a legitimate quarterback in this league until Harbaugh arrived last season. So let's put things in its proper context and understand he can play. He's no Matt Castle.
No.
He's no scrub. But at the same time, the type of game changer you're alluding to, I don't know if it resonates with me with that. You talk about Jamal Charles being on Kansas City. I'm going to tell you Frank Gore was on San Francisco. And again, until Harbaugh came, it was still an issue. You look at what they did with re-signing Dwayne Bowe. Wasn't he there last year when they won 2 games? I guess what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the Kansas City Chiefs, and all right, you got Andy Reid, but Andy Reid is one of those dudes that it seems addicted to dudes dropping back to pass 35, 45 times and pretty much ignoring his running game because we saw that happen with LaShawn McCoy. So, you know, he likes to utilize guys who can catch passes out of the backfield. The days of Brian Westbrook that I brought up a little bit earlier. Brian Westbrook was more known for his ability to catch passes out of the backfield than he was for actually running the football. So if you bring that same kind of mentality to Kansas City, I don't know how much formidable they're going to be because they got Alex Smith.
Well, I know this. Andy Reid's a smart coach.
Yes, he is.
And, in football, you play to your strength of your football team.
Yeah.
And you're going to play to the strength of the quarterback.
Right.
Well, Alex Smith is coming from a team, basically, that's a run team, the San Francisco 49ers. Mm-hmm. Think about Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. They're a run team, too, now. You know, they were the top 5 running the football.
Yeah.
So Alex Smith is going to a same kind of team.
Well, you're going to be a top 5 running the football when you can't pass to save your life, which was Kansas City's scenario. Not to mention the fact that, again, the same Andy Reid that we all acknowledge is a very smart coach. It's also the Andy Reid that lost 12 games in 13 weeks.
I understand that. A lot of that has to do with personnel. A lot of it has to do
personnel he picked.
Well, I understand that. A lot of it has to do with personnel, has to do with the quarterback. I'm not suggesting that the Denver Broncos won't win this division. But I'm saying let's just don't hand them the trophy.
Okay.
We just can't hand them a trophy in March. We haven't even had a draft yet.
Coach, you mentioned Kansas City Chiefs. They've officially released Matt Castle.
Yes.
So it has been made, as you well know. So you think that they are something to look at?
I think they're going to be better. Obviously, they were 0-6 in their division. Look at their division. What are the Raiders this year?
Okay.
Are they going to be competitive?
The Raiders will be in last place.
San Diego Chargers?
Don't trust Philip.
They'll be in second to last place.
So who are they battling?
Okay.
Who's Denver going to battle?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to hand the trophy in the division to the Denver Broncos right now.
Good luck.
Right now.
Why are they so much better than last year?
I'm not sold on Andy Reid. That's just me. That's a whole nother conversation. But again, he had Donovan and he had the late, great Jim Johnson running that defense, and that helped make Andy. And then once that was gone, it started teetering and it went straight downhill. But whatever. It was a good move for Kansas City to just plunge and say, well, let's go get this. Let's start over because that cupboard is not bare. I give you that.
No, it's not.
It is not bare. I'm not a big Alex Smith guy, but let's get back to the Broncos.
Yes.
Is Wes Welker at 32 a significant upgrade over Brandon Stokely at 37? Yes. Yes, he is. That will help Peyton immensely. I'm going to give that. Again, I don't think New England's going to miss him, but I got to give it up to Peyton. Sure. And he's got the 6 months now to develop some rapport with Wes, and it'll be a real good fit for him. And they added Rogers Cromartie on defense, and they got that big Vasquez from San Diego to help protect Peyton.
Yes.
So they made some nice moves.
You got Bradley, the linebacker.
I give them that. And let's not forget, they were a 70-yard Hail Flacco away from hosting the AFC Championship game. That's how close that was. Took a 70-yarder out of nowhere. Poor Raheem Moore. I hope he's recovered from that, because I'm not sure he ever will. But giving that up, playing the wrong angle, the safety, and giving that play up, that was a killer for them. They are loaded. Peyton's going to be better than he was last year, I think, now that he knows, and he's got the two very good receivers. Demaryius is going to be a star, okay?
I agree. They scored 30 points last year on offense. That's pretty good. Now, will they score 36 this year, I guess? Whatever.
They might.
I'm just saying this. They lost in the first round, right? They got beat at home. Did they get beat at home?
By the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens.
By the eventual champion.
By a seasoned veteran defense that ended up winning the Super Bowl.
Wait a minute. So you did you pick Baltimore to go in there and beat
No.
them? I didn't.
I didn't pick
No one
them
did.
once.
No one did. We all sat here and said, oh,
did.
it's going to be the Tom Brady and it's going to be the Peyton Manning show.
So what are you
Okay,
trying
that's
to
the
I'm not
point.
saying anything.
That's right.
That's the
So
point.
they are the favorites.
That's what we
So
said.
they are the favorites.
That's what we said last year.
What I'm saying to you,
That's
Coach,
what we said last year.
Well, who do you like, Coach? You got to like somebody.
I don't like anybody right now.
Now,
Smart.
nobody,
I
because
don't like
it's
anybody
March.
right
So
now.
nobody, because it's March.
It's March.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not smart enough to figure it out in
Wait a
March.
minute. You're smart
Before the draft.
You're smart enough to know that Oakland will be in last place. You're smart enough to know that San Diego's going to have some trouble, Coach. Are you not? So you know that you're smart enough to know who's bad, but you ain't smart enough to know who's going to be good?
No,
You know, Coach.
I'm smart
You know
enough,
football.
I'm smart enough to not sit here in March and say they're the favorite.
I'm saying you can't be the favorite by default. If I'm in the AFC West and I got
you saying the West, AFC West?
The AFC West was the question, Coach.
No, it was the AFC.
It was the AFC total.
That's like all them teams.
See, I'm thinking
Whoa,
AFC West
no.
because in the AFC there's still New England. There's no doubt about that. There's still Houston. Don't even get me started.
Don't get me started either.
All right,
Thank you.
I get
You
all
don't like
that.
Houston?
No.
How about Cincinnati? You guys like Cincinnati?
No.
You know what?
No.
They got a shot to
No.
win that division.
You don't like Cincinnati?
No, I do
they
not.
They win the division.
They'll find a way to lose
They
the
will
second.
win the division.
The second.
I'll say that in March.
Let me say this to you. The
Yes, sir.
second you mention playoffs with Cincinnati, they're allergic to it and they'll go home.
I'll
Coach, why
say
are
it again.
Why are you
They'll win
making
the
that?
division.
Why are you making that
I
prediction?
said win the division.
Why are you making that prediction? You're saying it's too big to say you can't go for AFC.
Let them play first.
Okay.
Now, by the way, I apologize, because I thought it was the AFC West. I was thinking AFC.
I knew it.
You distracted me because you kept talking about Kansas City.
I was just listening to the question.
You understand? That's
I'm going to
all
say it
saying.
one last time. In Belichick, I trust, and they ain't finished. That they will add some big players before this is over.
Why are you even allowed to talk about the Patriots? Because you're going to pick them anyway. Every time you're
I
going to pick
might not. I gotta see who they add from here on.
You'll never pick against Brady in the AFC. You won't do it. You won't do it.